Hey, hi guys, welcome to my channel. So today's video I'm going to start a new topic, the looping statements in Pythons. In the last video already we discussed about the control statements and the types of the control statements, and we covered the decision making and do some program based on the decision making. I hope you got the clarity about the control statements and decision making. If you haven't watched it, do watch. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and click the bell icon for the future updates. So let's begin today's topic. So what is looping statements? A looping statements are used to execute a block of code repeatedly until a certain condition is satisfied. The looping statements help us reduce code repetitions and make programs shorter and efficient. What the advantage of looping statements? Reduce code repetitions, improve readability, save time and effort. Suppose if you want to print a number from 1 to 100, then how can print it? You're not printing one by one. For solving this type of the problem, so we are using the loop statements. There are two types of looping statements, the for loop and while loop. In this video, I will cover the for loop and I will cover while loop in coming videos. Now let's discuss about the for loop in Python. So what the for loop doing? The for loop is used for iterate over a sequence. Iterating over a sequence is called traversal. String, list, dictionary, set or tuples, all are data types or a sequence type. Why we are use for loop? There are three major reasons. The definite iteration reduce the code complexity, loop through the sequence. Definite iteration means when we know how many times we want to run a loop, then we use for loop. Reduce the code complexity, loop repeats a specific task, a specific block of code a fixed number of times. That means reducing the complexity of a code. Loop through sequences used for iterating over list, string, tuples, dictionaries, etc. and perform various operations on it based on the conditions specified by the users. If you want to add, multiply, subtraction, division, anything, and depends on the requirements. For the loop syntax, so just we are writing here. So the first thing is elements. What are the element? Element is a variable that takes the value of inside the sequence of each iteration. So suppose that you have the 50 sequences, that means here we can get the 50 times. The second one, the body of the for loop. Make sure you follow the indentation. Finally, loop continues until the reach the last item in the sequence. So suppose in sequence you have the 50 elements. So that means it iterates only the 50 times, not more than 50 times. Let's understand the for loop with the flow chart. Looking here, so is this the last element of the sequence? So there is two possibility, yes or no. If no, that means iterating again to again till the last element. So if the last element of the sequence, then yes, okay, then end of the loop and terminate it. Nested for loop is a for loop inside another for loop. So you can see here there is one thing, range. So don't worry about the range. This one is the inbuilt function in Python. The range taking three parameters. The first one is start, the second one is stop, and third one is step. In this example I'm just taking the start one is 1 and stop is 11. Let's do some program in for loop. I'm taking here the one variable name is equal to Python. Okay, I want to print each character of the Python in name. I'm just printing here the print C. Let's run this program so we can see the result. Now you can see here Python. Let's do some program over the list. I'm defining here one student list, giving the name Rao John. Let's print this name one by one. So how can do that? For S in students. So I'm printing here student name one by one. So let's run this program so we can see the result. So now you can see here there is one thing also, if you want to print index number of each students, then how can do that? So in Pythons there is one inbuilt function enumerator returning index number as well as the value student index number I. Let's run this program so we can see the result. So now you can see here the student name is Rao, student index number is 0, student name is Shivam, student index number is 1. Now the example 4. Write a program to add all numbers inside the list. So numbers is equal to 1 2 3 4 5. Sum is equal to 0. Okay, I'm just iterating the for n is in numbers. Let me do here sum plus is equal to n, and after that I'm printing here the print I'm adding here the message summation of all numbers. Let's run this program so we can see the result. Now you can see here the summation of all numbers is 15. Write a program to print even and odd. Write a program to print even or odd number from 1 to 20. Solve this problem. So for n in range 1 to 21. Okay, so now check here if n percentile 2 is equal to 0, then even number else odd number. Let's run this program so we can see the result. Odd number 1, even number 2, even number 20. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm just using the if else block inside the for loop. Now example 6. So how can solve this problem? So we need to use the nested for loop. How many rows? 1 2 3 4 5 is equal to 5, or in range 1 to row plus 1. For the column 1. So for the first row you can see here only 1, the second row 2, third 3, fourth 4, 5, fifth 5. So that's the reason the first row the iteration is 1, so that means it will print only 1. Okay, and end with space. You can, so when this one the executed, after that again the new line. So that's the reason I am taking here the print, or if you want to print slash n also work. Now let's run this program so we can see the result. So now example 7 here. So let's do this one. So I'm just writing here the for. So here the 5, right? 5 plus 1 6. C in the first time you're printing here the 1, the second time 2 2, the third time 3 4 5. Okay, what need to print here? N. Now let's run this program so we can see the result. Now you can see here the printing 2 3 3 4 4 5 5. What I'm doing wrong here? Cn. Okay, so n plus 1, then it will be print. Yeah, now you can see here 1 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4 4 5 5 5 5 5. I hope you got the clarity about the looping statements and also understand the for loop, nested loop. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you.